Every time this man went to sleep, he would dream of being shot by bullets. And when he woke up, he would actually have wounds on his body. But there were no bullets inside him, and the wounds would heal at an astonishing speed. This was not a superpower but a strange illness. He had consulted countless doctors, but they all concluded that it was just an illusion caused by excessive mental stress. It wasn't until he met Blackjack that things changed. That night, the man had another dream. But this time, he only saw a strange mother and daughter duo walking toward him while singing a familiar nursery rhyme. They then disappeared around the corner. The man immediately grabbed his handgun and chased after them. To his surprise, a helicopter suddenly appeared, and the Gatling gun's barrage of bullets engulfed him. Blackjack, hearing the man's cries for help, rushed over. He stuffed a towel into the man's mouth to prevent him from biting his tongue in the intense pain. After carefully examining the wounds and confirming they were gunshot injuries, Blackjack did not immediately treat them. Instead, he asked for a camera to take photos and document the injuries. When the man woke up, the wounds on his body had once again vanished. Blackjack then asked him if he had undergone major surgery 20 years ago. The night before, Blackjack had found at least a dozen sutured wounds on the man's body, but the man could not see any scars in the photos. Blackjack had the man put on a magnifying glass. By examining the skin's texture, the man finally saw the traces of sutures on his body. This was a technique that even surprised Blackjack. Someone had perfectly blended the sutures with the skin's texture, so well that the patient himself had not noticed. Blackjack was eager to meet this skilled individual, but the man's parents had long passed away, and he couldn't remember anything from when he was 1 or 2 years old. In order to uncover the truth, the group followed the clues from the man's dreams and arrived at a small town shrouded in war. Strangely, even though this was the man's first time here, he was very familiar with the town and could accurately point out the location of every single tree. They approached the village priest for information, only to be told that there had never been a doctor in the town. However, the priest mentioned that he had only been there for less than 2 years. If they wanted to know about the past, they should talk to the only old man in the village. When Blackjack explained their purpose to the old man, he still ignored them. The original villagers had all perished in the war, and the old man was unwilling to communicate with outsiders. But at that moment, the man began to hum the mysterious nursery rhyme. Tears streaming down his face, the old man finally revealed the secret he had kept buried in his heart for many years. It turned out that he was the doctor who had performed surgery on the man 20 years ago. Back then, a woman had been severely injured in an enemy attack and was on the brink of death. A soldier had brought a baby with multiple fractures and in critical condition to the village. In such rudimentary conditions, the doctors could not save both the woman and the baby. But at that moment, the woman, with her last ounce of strength, decided to use her own body to nurture the baby. The doctor, deeply moved, was determined to save the child at all costs. He transfused the woman's blood into the baby, replaced the broken bones, and finally transplanted the woman's skin onto the baby. It turned out that those strange dreams were the dying woman's memories.